Hi, Good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. One short thought. Beginning of this week's Parshat, Isha ki Tazria-Metzora Zachar. When a woman gives birth to a Zachar, she has to go to the mikvah. And if she gives birth to a female, she also has to go to the mikvah, and in order to purify herself. And it's very, very apparent ever since you're young and you study that chapter, you start to think, why is it more time to wait before going to the mikvah after having a baby girl, but if she gives birth to a baby boy, she has to wait less time. And therein lies a lot of other questions. For example, brachas like Shalos Ana Isha, for not making me a woman. And some people think maybe there's an inequality in Jewish law between a woman and a man. But with a broader perspective and a true approach, one can actually see perhaps the truth, which is the identity, the essence of a woman and the essence of a man are actually different philosophically, theologically in the Torah's eyes. And I know that sounds cliche, but allow me to share with you 2 points, some food for thought. The first one is the man is a philosophically incomplete essence. He's missing a rib, always missing a rib. The rib that was taken from him in the Garden of Eden. The woman herself is the rib, so she is a complete spiritual entity in and of herself. Therefore, man has other mitzvot to compensate for that spiritual lacking. The man is obligated to put on tefillin, to put on tzitzit, to be as a four-cornered garment. When it comes to mitzvot asesha zman grama, time-bound mitzvahs, although that category has to be defined and understood well, only a man is obligated, a woman is not. Although the Torah does say ish o isha kitidor neder, when a man or a woman makes a vow, and from that idea there have been a lot of modern poskim who have been able, well, not just modern, it goes back very, very early, these ideas in the Halachik system, very, very ancient, that even a woman can create a chiyuv upon herself. So, for example, if a woman has been davening mariv, or davening 3 times a day, in order to release herself from that, she has to do hatarat nedarim, annulment of vows, because a Jew in and of itself, a man or woman, has a power to create vows. That's the first thing I wanted to tell you. The man is spiritually incomplete, philosophically incomplete, and the woman is a complete entity in and of herself. She is the rib. The other thought is just a very interesting point, that although a woman can't be an aid in the halachic sense of lo tana beirecha eid shakir, for example, in a court of law where 2 witnesses testify for dinei nefashot, capital cases, or for dinei mamonot, or for monetary cases, a woman is an aid in the sense that eid echad nema bisurin, when she's saying I am a nida or not a nida, and also she's believed in terms of kashrut. That's called eid echad nema bisurin. A single witness is believed in matters of prohibition. But there is even a stronger point. Although a woman can't serve to be a dayan, also by the way a ger, a little bit dispute there, but also a ger, a convert, can't serve to be a dayan, a court, on a judge on a court, in a Jewish law court. There's a fascinating reality, and that is a woman can reach the status of prophet, and we have numerous prophets throughout Jewish history who were women, and a prophet, according to the Rambam, Torah, the laws of the foundation of the Torah, and in other places as well, can override even a posek and even a court in certain situations. And that's a fascinating thought that I've had for a little bit. And also, by the way, it's quoted in the responsa of Rav Moshe Feinstein in his Igrat Moshe in Chelik Daled, in part 4 of Orach Chaim, I think it's responsa number 49. It's right there at the end. A woman can become a prophet. That's a very ancient idea. And Baruch Hashem, our Torah is great and incredible, has amazing ideas, and we shall study them to lift us up and to see more clearly. Everyone, I love you very much. Have a good Shabbos. See you.